666 ego networks from the Film Trust dataset. Each row is a network, in this case an ego network. Columns correspond to the network attributes. Most are simple numbers such as the number of nodes or the number of edges. I can order the rows. For example, if I click on edge count, the large networks are at the top and at the bottom the small ones. At any point, I can open the graph of a network by double-clicking on it. It opens Social Action, another tool developed at HCIL. The color coding is set to tell me the trust rating between people. Red is for high values of trust, and blue for low values. Other attributes can show the distribution of values within a network. For example, in the trust column, I see an histogram in each cell. This tells me that those ego networks have ratings that are mostly positive. The selected network has a peak at 5. I can see a larger version by clicking on any cell. The distributions can be ranked as well, so if I rank by trust, I see at the top the ego networks with the low average values of trust. Looking at the node counts, I see that they are very small networks. Oh, except this one. Let's select a bunch of them and open them all at once in Social Action. After it settles, I can see that they are mostly pairs, but really here is the exception. This person really doesn't trust any of the 16 people he rated, and I can see that they didn't rate each other. Are people more trusting in large networks? Let's see what the data tells us. Let's order by node count and select the top rows. They become highlighted in pale green, and their contribution is now reflected in green in the column summary. In the detail area, I can better compare the distribution of trust rating in the green networks with the distribution in all networks. The peak is at the same place, but I see that the number of highest rating is in fact much lower in the green histogram. The bar is smaller. It suggests that in this data set, at least, users seem more likely to give high ratings in the smaller networks. I can reorder the columns or use a menu to delete them. Or I can add new ones. ManyNet provides many default statistics that I can use, but I can also specify my own. For example, let's say that we want to find all the star networks like the exception we found earlier. I open a dialog box to add a column and I call it star. And then I specify that I want networks with edge count equal node count -1. A new table is created. I look at star and sort, but I see that there are many teeny pair networks. So instead of a filter, I'm going to specify a double sorting column. I call the column large stars and say that I want stars and that the node count has to be also maximized. A new large column appears, and here is the network with the 17 nodes we found earlier. It is indeed an exception, as the other star networks are much smaller. I could open them all and look at them in Social Action. I think I see, yeah, here's my special network of that person that didn't trust anyone. I see that the other ones are mostly red, so they were more trustful. And oh, there is another one with also blue. So another person that didn't trust all the other one in the star. Until now, we looked at ego networks, but the single large original network can be reloaded and split in a different way. For example, I can look at all triplets contained in the network. I could select them all and open in Social Action. This can be useful to study the transitivity of trust and possibly compare those with ego networks that have a triplet motive.